It's just another morning on Britain's roads.
It's been quite a nasty smash, that. It can quite easily be a fatal once it's on the roof, if they've not got the seat belts on, or they hit something solid like a tree or a telegraph pole. It doesn't always end well, you know. Yeah, not good.
Luckily, no one was injured by this drink driver. There are now over 40 million vehicles on Britain's roads, but it comes with a human cost. In 2019, deaths and serious injuries were up to a staggering 27,500.
It's crashed upside down.
With 3 million dashcams now in our vehicles, we've gathered together thousands of hours of footage, revealing Britain's worst driving offenders. Drink and drug driving is up. Speeding violations recently tripled. But the biggest impact is coming from those small, momentary lapses in concentration. Across Britain, the nation's police forces are fighting back. We'll join Cheshire Police on some of the country's most dangerous roads, dealing with suspected drug drivers.
Terrible, terrible driving, mate. Really bad.
And banned motorists.
Like you're lying to us, aren't you?
And they give chase to one of the UK's fastest speeders.
The reg I just passed you is currently 150 miles an hour.
This is the true state of British driving.
Drives me mad. Unfortunately, when the crime car drivers use it, they never wash it. Just leave it to the traffic lot to wash it. Just works better when it's clean. Beautiful.
Here in Cheshire, bad driving habits are on the rise. Cheshire Police have launched a campaign to tackle the growing number of serious accidents. In recent years, the annual number of fatalities on their roads has more than doubled. And today is significant. It's the 4th of July, and pubs have reopened for the first time since lockdown began in March.
We've got a little bit of a feeling of dread. Pubs open since 6 a.m. People drinking all day. I think for us it might end up being doomsday, unfortunately. After all that scrubbing the car, I am sweating my bits off.
1 in 20 road accidents in the UK involve drink drivers, and in 2019, that meant 5,700 incidents.
Cheshire Police.
Hiya, I'm stopped in a car park witnessing a young man who's going to drive the car and he's absolutely wasted.
The suspected drink driver is in Frodsham, but Rich is on the other side of Cheshire.
35 miles.
His sat-nav predicts it will take him 43 minutes to get there. But Rich has other ideas.
We'll have a little blast.
Traffic police are having to cover an increasingly large area. Over the last 10 years, some of Britain's forces have cut their road units by more than a half.
Oh my God, how if he drives, he's going to kill somebody's family, someone's child.
What we'll do, we'll get patrols in the area.
One of the challenges of unmarked cars is people see you a lot less than they do the marked cars.
Driving on country roads, you've got a whole array of hazards, be it children, cyclists, horses, vehicles coming towards you in the centre of the carriageway. You've really got to be on top of your game.
Fortunately in Cheshire we've got the M6 and the M56 motorways, which in 1 minute we're on one side of the county and only 15 minutes later we'll be on the opposite side of the county.
60 minutes later, and Rich has well and truly beaten his sat-nav, averaging 112 miles per hour. The potential drink driver is no longer with the car, so it's time for a stakeout.
So the group coming out now, they've just come out of the alleyway.
No, I think they were a bit too drunk to notice anything, to be honest.
Thanks to the growing number of dashcams fitted in our vehicles, drunk drivers are now getting caught on camera by the public.
He's totally on the other side of the road. If somebody comes now, they're going to be ahead on.
These dashcam users in Wigan have spotted a drunk driver 3 times the legal limit. It's driving without lights and drifting into oncoming traffic.
He's just crashed, it's upside down,
It's just hit our car head on.
Oh my God.
Give me the phone.
Another dashcam user is on the outskirts of Peterborough when a car unexpectedly overtakes. But it soon becomes apparent something isn't right. On impact, the car is launched over 4 metres into the air. The driver was over 3 times the legal drink driving limit. And shockingly, a toddler was a passenger in the car. The child was left hanging upside down in the car seat, but fortunately was pulled to safety from the wreckage by a passing motorist.
Ice cream man's out again.
Back in Cheshire, the suspected drunk driver is heading towards their car.
It's usually the way when my bladder's about to give up. Until someone's driving, they're not committing that offence. It is literally a case of trying to catch people red-handed.
Yes. Hotel Sierra 11. Going to grade 1 down the track.
Driving's not the best. When I'm behind a drink driver, the things I'm considering are, do I need to get them stopped sooner rather than later, or can I wait for a better location to get the vehicle stopped where they're not on a main road, for example?
Standard of driving is not the best. A little bit all over the carriageway. I'll try and give them a stop in a second.
It seems to be stopping. Or is it?
The drink driver was assigned to possibly failing to stop.
We've got a vehicle failing to stop.
On the roads of Britain, dashcams are now capturing our worst driving habits. From impatient undertakers to drivers completely unaware of other vehicles. We're pulling out into moving traffic and even driving straight into other cars.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This terrible driving caused 153,000 casualties in road traffic accidents in 2019. In Frodsham, Cheshire, PC Rich Woodward has been on a drunk driver stakeout after a report from the public that the driver of a white Fiesta is intoxicated. But the car isn't stopping.
The drink driver was assigned to, at the moment, possibly failing to stop.
We've got a vehicle failing to stop.
After some hesitation, they come to a standstill at the red light.
Yeah, stand by. Just wait there a second. Jump out. Hi mate, the reason you've been stopped is someone's report you for a poor manner of driving. Just come and jump in here a second.
That's okay. Anyone to assist exit, Wood Lane.
Hello mate.
How's it going?
Thought you weren't going to stop at one point.
Of course I would.
Okay, all you need to do, take a big deep breath in, make a nice tight seal on that tube for me, and just keep blowing until I tell you to stop.
Over 85,000 people are convicted of a drink driving related offence every year in England and Wales, and over 2/3 of them are men.
He provided a positive sample of breath at the roadside, so at the moment you're going to be arrested on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle whilst over the prescribed limit.
With the driver blowing well over the alcohol limit at roadside, he'll be tested again twice in custody. If he's still over the legal limit, he'll be charged.
Centre your back for me. Hands down, centre your back. In the centre. Don't matter, I'll work it out for you. Mates are all concerned now.
What station are we going?
Ronco.
Barker of the bridge.
We've gone the wrong way.
Bloody hell. I'm fuming that I got nicked, yeah, but you've gone the wrong way as well.
Oh, no.
The M6 is 236 miles long, runs from Coventry to Carlisle, and is one of Britain's most deadly motorways, claiming more lives than any other in Britain in the past decade. And the stretch through Cheshire is notorious.
Police emergency. There is a massive lorry car crash. 2 or 3 cars of a lorry across the carriageway. It's really bad.
If a big incident comes in, then my priority is to get there as quickly as I possibly can. If I'm late, then I might not be able to help the person who needs it.
The incident involving 10 vehicles is blocking the M6 and involves cars and lorries colliding.
If a wagon's involved, I'm always thinking worst case scenario. It's crushed a car like a bean can, and there's going to be fatalities.
There are over 500,000 tonnes of heavy goods vehicles on UK roads, more than ever before, and a momentary lapse in concentration from one of them can cause carnage. This car had a lucky escape. It's clipped and pushed down the motorway, then spat out across 2 lanes of live traffic. As cars back up for a motorway slip road, this lorry doesn't stop. The silver car bursts into flames and collides with 2 others. One in 5 accidents on Britain's roads involves HGV lorries. These crashes are far more likely to result in serious or even fatal injury.
An H24 labelled made a motor vehicle RPC. The comment is 10 cars involved and the lorry is jackknifed.
PC Mike Clark has now arrived at the M6 pileup. It's his job to investigate this major incident.
If I arrive at the scene on a multiple vehicle pile-up, I have to prioritise things. Have you got people who were trapped in the vehicle that's been hit by the HGV? When we see something like that, there's front and rear end damage, you know, we're automatically thinking either serious injury or fatal.
Miraculously, all parties have walked away unharmed. A driver of another vehicle is blaming the lorry for starting the pile-up. So Mike speaks to the HGV driver.
The road was clear. I was travelling distance behind, and I seen her indicator move over. So I accelerated to go, and all of a sudden she was halfway across, she moved straight back. So I moved across, and I took action straight away and gone spinning round.
And you've got a dash cam in your vehicle, haven't you?
There's 2.
Right, okay. We're probably going to have to get that card out if that's
sure, yeah, no problem.
With insurance companies offering tempting discounts for dashcam users, many companies insist on them in their commercial vehicles.
Quite a lot of people have dash cams now, so it's a benefit. It's a camera never lies, as they say, doesn't it? Doesn't always show everything, but it's better than people's recollection of it, because no one's ever in the wrong, are we?
The recovered footage will show the accident from the lorry driver's point of view, something Mike is familiar with.
I used to drive a lorry years ago, and I've had people cut me up. Car drivers think that HGVs can stop on a penny like a car can, and they can't. They don't give them any distance, time or space.
On average, every year, there are almost 6,000 accidents involving heavy goods vehicles. And in many cases, the extra stopping distance they need is a factor. In Yorkshire, a lorry runs the red light and it's too late to stop. This clip shows just how long it takes a large vehicle to stop when a van pulls out, right in front of it. Back at their motorway base, Mike and his colleague are looking at the dashcam from the lorry at the centre of the M6 crash.
This is it. Yeah. This is it, look.
They're hoping it will reveal who's to blame for the 10-car pileup.
So it appeared that the HGV has been in lane 3. He's looking at going into lane 2. As he's done that, there's obviously been a vehicle on his near side. It appeared that he's clipped that, and that's caused, almost like a tailspin on his cab. He mentioned something about the silver car that was, it looked like it was going to go, but then it didn't, so he went into lane 2. But she hasn't moved over though, has she? If you look at her front wheels again, mate, she's wandering a bit, but then she stays there. Her wheels haven't come over into his lane.
Why has he said that she's...
She's central. Isn't she there?
Yeah.
I would say it's the HGV at fault. It looks like he's up the arse of one, and then backed off a touch, and then went for the undertake. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, that one, isn't it?
With the number of serious incidents on our roads rising, the police are increasingly utilising technology. Nationwide, there are around 11,000 automatic number plate recognition cameras, known as ANPR. As vehicles pass the camera, their number plates are logged. Potential offenders are then flagged to the police.
I'm going out. Do I like my job? I'm driving an unmarked car, enforcing speed enforcement and other road traffic offences on the road. It's a beautiful day. Now I hate it, as you can tell. No 2 days are the same. You know, life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. It's the old Forrest Gump saying, isn't it?
The white van is confirmed clone.
Hotel uniform 66 and Watkinson Way, making towards 7.
15 miles from Niaz, a clone vehicle has been spotted by cameras on the M62 westbound. A clone is a vehicle moving around on false number plates. They're often used to commit serious crimes. And this white van is suspected to be stolen.
It's heading into Liverpool by the looks of it. It's just playing catch-up now.
A marked police car, Hotel Tango, is already tailing the suspected stolen van.
Uniform 66, I'm behind Hotel Tango.
Niaz is in an unmarked vehicle, so can get closer.
Uniform 66 vehicle is lane 2, 70 miles an hour.
To stop the van now requires 4 police cars, but there's just 2 of them. And they're running out of motorway.
Last thing we want is for a pursuit in a town, city. So if we can stop the vehicle prior to it getting to those stages, and that's what we'll do. Car 2 is in lane 1 at this time. Vehicle is just at the quarter of a mile to the end of the motorway.
However, there is one last opportunity. Traffic lights at the end of the motorway mean a 2-car blocking manoeuvre called a reinforced stop.
If it comes to a stop, let's consider a reinforced one at the light.
Yeah, I'm just holding back now, lane 2. The vehicle is in lane 3. Yeah, the lights have just gone to green, unfortunately.
With the van getting the luck of the lights, they're now well into the Liverpool suburbs.
Vehicle is now committed, speed 35 miles an hour. If you're following a larger vehicle down a road, anything can happen because their vehicle is a weapon and they're not bothered to do the hurt in order to get away.
Britain's police forces know only too well the dangers of criminals in larger vehicles.
2 male occupants heading forwards, jumping on the brakes again, putting in reverse one more time.
These Cambridgeshire officers are dealing with a van driver using its size and weight to try and disable their police car.
Further contact made.
And on the residential streets of Salford, a van on false plates makes its getaway from police. The driver slams on the brakes in the hope the patrol car would crash into the back of it. It makes a few attempts at reversing into them, but the quick-thinking officers close the gap, stopping it from ramming them. The driver then turns the van around and drives directly at the officers. What happened next wrote off the police car and left the officers needing hospital treatment.
It is running through your head at what point now is this vehicle going to make off or going to reverse and try and take you out. You've got to weigh things up because at the end of the day I want to go home to my wife.
Back in Liverpool, Niaz is covertly following a suspected stolen van on false number plates.
So left, left, left. No vehicles for cover.
The number of vans stolen and being driven around by criminals in the UK has risen by almost 50% in the last 4 years.
It's got a right indication. Stand by.
As the van turns down smaller and smaller streets, the driver could eject at any moment.
We've got stationary vehicles either side. Stand by. Go on. The adrenaline does flow because in the next couple of minutes, that vehicle's going to get stopped.
No, I've got my counterfeit box, so watch out for it jumping.
Yeah, receive. You don't know what's in the back of the van. You'll get people jumping out armed with baseball bats, sledgehammers, pit bull terrier, or anything.
We all take pride in our driving, but the growing number of dashcams are revealing a different picture. The length and breadth of the country, we're driving in blissful ignorance, veering across lanes, and generally not paying attention. The average claim for an accident is nearly £3,000, leaving our wallets, not just our pride, taking the hit.
Who's got right to way here? Vehicle is now committed, lane 2, speed 35 miles an hour.
PC Niaz Waddington has covertly followed a suspected stolen van into the Liverpool suburbs.
Vehicle is highway code compliant, 40 miles an hour, lane 1, no vehicles for cover.
Niaz is in an unmarked car, trying to avoid the driver spotting him and speeding off through the busy residential streets.
I've got my counterfeit box, so watch out for it jumping.
Yeah, receive. Just come out, mate. Out the vehicle. At this moment, you're being detained as we believe you're in a stolen vehicle. All right? You don't have to say
No.
What? No, it wasn't. We'll find out. We'll find out shortly, mate. Uniform 6-6. One male occupant detained.
With the van successfully boxed in, it's time for some detective work.
All right. Wonder what he's got in the back of this. Loads of cigarettes. Thousands of pounds worth.
The suspect is claiming he's a car trader, and he's only just purchased the van.
So, being a car trader, you would have checked the back of that vehicle, and there's boxes and boxes of cigarettes in there. Right, yeah. What have you found? Oh, brilliant. Uniform 6-6, Right, we found another set of number plates in the rear of this vehicle.
The recovered number plates match the stolen van.
Right, yeah.
As the arresting officer, Niaz is now responsible for the ongoing investigation, which could take months.
The thing is, with jobs like that, if you lock one person up, somebody else takes their place.
Policing our roads is a 24-hour business. Despite a huge reduction in traffic at night, 40% of collisions on British roads happen once the sun goes down. Cheshire Police patrol the largest amount of motorway network in the UK, with over 200 miles of carriageway.
Because the M6 is the main artillery route from, all the big conurbations in the north, there's all sorts of travels up and down this road. If they've got no respect for road traffic law, sometimes they've got no respect for other laws either, whether it's theft, assaults, drug dealing. Even murderers break down on the motorway sometimes.
You can call a Mini Cooper Grey. So yes, this far. Stop check, please. It's been used by a female who is currently disqualified.
Around 250,000 drivers are banned every year in the UK, with licence-related crime now at the highest levels in over a decade.
A lot of the pursuits that we have involve disqualified drivers because they'll know the cost to them. They're going to lose their licence for even longer. They may get a custodial sentence and they will do anything to evade us.
Onboard cameras in police vehicles around the country capture what happens when drivers are determined not to be caught. This disqualified driver is ignoring the multiple pursuing police patrols. He's rammed their colleagues, so they've punctured his tyres. But he's not stopping, so police take matters into their own hands. In Ipswich, police have already stopped another disqualified driver when it attempts a getaway. As it veers away, it narrowly misses a police officer. In fact, any driver evading arrest can be a threat to life. Initially wanted for non-motoring offences, this driver is taking police on a terrifying 100-mile-per-hour chase and has a young child in the car. As they try to block him, he careers across the motorway into a pursuing police car with devastating consequences. The officer only just escaped with their life from the fiery wreckage. Back in Cheshire, Anton is lying in wait with another unmarked police car, Hotel Sierra. They're on the lookout for a Mini with a suspected disqualified driver. Driving whilst disqualified is a serious offence. Anyone caught faces immediate arrest and can face 6 months in prison.
We need to pick up the vehicle, get eyes on. If they ask for it to stop and it stops, great. If it doesn't, then obviously we'll have to deal with that contingency as and when it happens.
Got that Mini 556 Ford match.
Right, he's picked that car up. Hotel Sierra, I'm actually behind you, Mini. Do you want to do a follow me off at Bowden?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger. Everything we do, it's part of the team, really. If she doesn't want to comply, then we're in a position to at least manage any pursuit between the two of us and get other resources ahead. He's illuminated his board, so follow me, so hopefully she'll comply.
Discovering they're surrounded by unmarked police cars, the driver obeys.
Are you insured to drive this car? Are you on the original colour scheme?
Well, basically my sister lost her license.
Yeah, have you got anything with your name on it? So how do I know that you're not your sister? Okay.
The driver is saying she isn't disqualified, but it's her sister who got banned.
The problem is something tells us that the person who may be driving this car hasn't got a licence, so that's why we've stopped to check to make sure that we just need to be satisfied as best as we can that your identity is the name that you've given us, because most people carry something with their name.
Police records reveal the banned driver has an identifying mark.
Do you have a tattoo? Just to satisfy myself that you're not your sister.
She's got a tattoo.
Yeah, but you won't have it, will you?
We both do.
Oh, you both got the same tattoo?
It's not the same.
Right.
Exactly, it's actually similar.
What we're going to do is, the circumstances of this are bizarre. Now, we're going to put you on a live scan, which is where we're going to take your fingerprints, and if you've ever been fingerprinted by immigration or the police, your name will catch up with you. You will commit further offences if you don't admit, if you're telling us like you're lying to us, aren't you? She's admitting. No.
You can't start asking us for favours once you've just tried to mess us around, can you?
Yeah, she's under arrest for disqualified driving. Can we arrange a recovery, please? Where are we? That was brazen lying, wasn't it? But give them enough rope, they come unstuck. They must think we're silly. The fact they're disqualified means they're also uninsured. So if they have an accident, whether it's their fault or not, the poor people who are involved as the third party, they're the ones with all the grief.
Uninsured driving costs the insurance industry around £400 million each year, pushing up premiums for the rest of us.
I don't see why people do it. I really don't.
But for Anton, the night is just getting started.
He is sitting at 95 miles an hour. How's he going to undertake that car? Yeah. He puts his four-way flashes to tell him it's bad driving because he's in the middle of the road. Yet he's doing 95 miles an hour. Right, I'm going to put a stop to this. What are you doing?
Lane hogging, buzzing,
So he's lane hogging and you're doing 100 miles an hour. Which is worse? Sorry? No. That was appalling, that.
Speeding tops the list of motoring offences in the UK.
Well, it's the same as the last one. It's tanking along in the outside lane, 90 miles an hour. Honestly, everybody's at it tonight.
Do you know why I've stopped you?
In 2019, 2.39 million drivers were caught speeding in England and Wales.
Here we go again. Silver Golf has just flown past me. So there's in lane 2, so we're now at 110. Sometimes it's like shelling peas. We were doing between 100 and 110 miles an hour. He seemed completely surprised I was stopping him for his speed. Now, he can't argue. I mean, he can sit there and tell me, no, I wasn't. Well, you were, and there's the evidence of it. He doesn't see the problem, but it really doesn't matter what he thinks. 100 miles an hour is not acceptable in anybody's standards.
2/3 of UK drivers admit to speeding, with speed-related offences standing at the highest level since records began. Back in for the day shift, it's PC Rich Woodward's turn to patrol Cheshire's vast motorway network. He's doing just under 70 miles per hour in his unmarked police car, when a high-powered BMW leaves him for dust.
Is that hanging about? Well, at the moment we're doing a good 90, and we've got advisory 50s. So now we're about 115 miles an hour.
When someone's doing over 100 miles an hour, and more often than not they're travelling businessmen who are running late for appointments.
With the help of slowing traffic, Rich catches the speeder. But he's not able to deploy his lights just yet.
Stopping people can be more difficult than you think because the person you're trying to stop needs to have a clear lanes to their near side to move across to the hard shoulder. So we're looking for a gap to get somebody over safely.
As they approach a junction, the car makes a sudden turn.
Now we've got a very late exit onto the M56.
If they're trying to take a late exit, we're considering, have they spotted a police car? Are they trying to test the police to see whether we're following them? Or on the flip side, is it just poor manner of driving?
With the car back in view, the speeder accelerates hard.
We're off again.
As they hit the quieter M56, the driver doesn't hold back. Rich hits the fast lane and opens up.
Over 120 miles an hour. It's generally people who have been involved in serious offences, cash in transit robberies. 130, 140 miles an hour, we're starting to think potentially dangerous offenders have got weapons in the car. At that really high speed, I've got to plan to get this vehicle stopped further ahead down the road.
The Reggie just passed you is currently at 150 miles an hour. Can you just pass it to the Mike Echo, see if they've got anyone ahead, just in case?
You're starting to think about stinger patrols ahead for deflating tyres and dog patrols ahead in case the occupants run off.
Rich is now doing over 150 miles per hour, his car's maximum speed, but he's still not catching the other car.
When I've got my foot to the floor going as fast as I can possibly go and not catching them, that starts to get a real concern for you.
The number of cars on UK roads has reached an all-time high. We're all fighting for the 6 foot of tarmac in front of us, and dashcams are catching the terrible decisions being made by bad drivers every single day, driving the rest of us to despair.
Come on, you idiot! Where'd you get your licence from?
Hanging about.
In Cheshire, PC Rich Woodward has been chasing an extreme speeder at over 150 miles per hour. After over a minute at full throttle, his persistence pays off. But why was the driver going so fast?
When someone's doing 150 miles an hour, you're considering, is there a child on the back seat ill, is somebody in labour?
Could you just jump in the back on the passenger side for me?
But as a general rule of thumb, it's only high-end criminality that we see travelling at those speeds.
Right, is there any particular emergency which you're on your way to at the moment?
No.
So what is the reason for driving so fast?
I've not got to get anywhere.
So you've not got anywhere to go, nowhere to be, but we're doing 150 miles an hour plus, which is ridiculous, isn't it? Just trying to understand what you're thinking is really.
There's no reason. I'm going to my mum's house, but there's no reason for me to do the speed I am.
Correct, really. What do we do for a living? Anything exciting?
I work in IT.
Wow. Are you generally driving for work?
Yeah.
You do obviously understand that driving at 150 miles an hour is obviously not going to lead to you driving for a while, isn't it?
Of course it is.
2/3 of Britain's police forces caught people driving in excess of 100 miles per hour during the first 3 weeks of the coronavirus lockdown. And the driver that Rich has caught has committed one of the fastest speeding offences ever recorded in the northwest of England.
No matter how good a driver you think you are, is everybody else. As I come rattling along having to keep up with you, I think it's a little white Ford Focus in a world of their own is about to pull out. You're not stopping, are you? You're just going to completely obliterate them, obliterate yourself. And I notice you've got a car seat in the back, so I'm guessing you've got somebody important to get home to at some point. So the last thing we want to be doing is having to go knock on the door of whoever's at home and explain to them why you're not coming home because you've trashed your car at 150 miles an hour.
The speeder will be allowed to drive home, but will be summoned to court to face charges.
We don't generally get essentially a normal member of the public driving at 150, 155 mile an hour. When essentially he said he's got nowhere to go other than going round to his mum's house. She's got my fastest speed there at 159. It was literally as fast as I can go. Lots of blue lights were on. Imagine the world just fell out of his backside.
While motorway incidents make the headlines, the reality is the biggest dangers are closer to home. More than half of all collisions in which someone was hurt or killed took place on a road with a 30-mile-per-hour speed limit. Tonight, PC Vicky Howell is patrolling the Cheshire towns in her unmarked car.
If in doubt, reboot. Roads are pretty quiet though for a Friday night. It's a bit weird. In my younger service, I used to police a town, and on one night when I wasn't working, a call came in of a lad who was at a local nightclub. He'd obviously been drinking, but someone said he's going to get into his car. Unfortunately, no one found this vehicle, and he ended up crashing into a HGV and dying. And I'll never forget it, because I always feel like if I was on that night, I could have done something about it, really. So, yeah. It's rubbish. Oh, drove up the pavement there, didn't he?
The driver overtakes through a pedestrian crossing.
Right, I think I'm going to pull him over here. Hello, mate. Turn your engine off, jump out and have a word with me. Terrible, terrible driving, mate. Really bad. Jump in the back that side, dude. You got your driving licence on you? You passed a few days ago. What the hell are you driving like?
Sorry.
I mean, I'm not saying you would.
I am.
Okay. Do you take drugs at all? Have you had a smoke in the last 5 minutes?
What? Nothing.
A smoke? No. So stick your tongue out for me.
Vicky gives the driver a drug wipe, which screens for cannabis and cocaine.
Hey, Cole, never do it, never will do it. Smoke weed time to time when I'm driving.
When was the last time you smoked it?
Probably last night, about 8 o'clock.
That might come up, dude.
Honestly.
Stays in your system about a week.
What?
Depends on the strength and all that side of it.
Yeah. For God's sake, man.
In recent years, drug driving offences have doubled, with cannabis and cocaine now more prevalent than alcohol in roadside tests.
It's not looking good for you, dude. It's not the cannabis that's coming up, it's the cocaine.
Great, because I haven't done it in about, 2 days?
You just told me before you hadn't done it at all.
The young driver will be required to provide a blood sample in custody, which will determine whether or not he'll face charges.
Can you not let me off?
No, mate, it doesn't work. Not when you're driving, no.
I bet you've got children.
Anything that starts there.
Man. I am a big melon, me, you know.
Over 3 million people are caught committing driving offences in the UK. And dashcams are increasingly part of the process. 10,000 clips of dangerous driving have been uploaded by a police database, and half have led to a conviction. Alongside officers on the front line, this essential footage is helping to crack down on Britain's dangerous drivers.
Right, let's fire up the roof and get to this one. It's a cat and mouse game. They don't want to get caught. I want to catch them because they're off the road. It's as simple as that.